Hello everyone and welcome inside the Ursprung Gymnasium for the first match of the day in this BW Men's Volleyball Invitational. The host Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets will take the court in their home white uniforms with brown lettering and gold trim, gold numerals with brown trim, and brown and gold trim down the sides with BW's lettered logo on the left leg of the shorts. The Marian University Sabres come in with wearing blue jerseys with white lettering and white numerals and black shorts. They come in with a 1-0 record as they won a 5-set match at Shrine yesterday evening, while the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets also sport a 1-0 record as they won a straight sets game over Hiram on Thursday night right here in the Ursprung Gymnasium. Starting it off for Marian, an outside hitter, a 5'8 junior from Honolulu, Hawaii, number 27, Aaron Velasco. An outside hitter, a 6'4 junior from Dubuque, Iowa, number 7, Derek Wills. An outside hitter, a 6'3 senior from Mundelein, Illinois, number 10, Mark Ray. The setter is a 6'1 freshman from Waimanalo, Hawaii, number 13, AJ Miller. At right side hitter, a 6'6 senior from Elgin, Illinois, number 14, Cam Muller. At middle blocker, a 6'3 sophomore from Hilo, Hawaii, Keanu Orantes Hayes. And the defensive specialist is a 5'5 senior from Chicago Heights, Illinois, number 25, Carzell Combs. The Sabres are coached by Tyler Wills, who is in his 4th season. Starting it off for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, a junior, 6'2 junior outside hitter from Hilliard Darby High School, number 1, Michael Beard. The defensive specialist is 5'9 junior from Hilliard Darby High School, number 3, Peyton Reed. The setter is a 6'2 junior from Hinckley, number 4, Brandon Long. At middle hitter, a 6'5 junior from Oceanside, California, and El Camino High School, number 8, Chris Moll. The right side hitter is a 6'2 sophomore from Seneca Valley High School in Pennsylvania, number 10, Michael Devlin. The middle hitter is a 6'4 freshman from Towson, Maryland, at Friends School of Baltimore, number 13, Josh Steinitz. And the right side hitter is a 6'3 sophomore from Massillon Jackson High School, number 15, Carson Junker. The Yellow Jackets led by Coach Kyle Mars, who's in his 3rd season. The Yellow Jackets starting strong as they get the first point of the afternoon. Michael Beard will be on serve. He throws it up with the right hand, fires it into the court, and the Yellow Jackets will keep it alive. It's tipped over the net by Devlin on the 3rd hit. Big swing by Velasco, handled by Long. Junker off his back foot, hits it off of one of the Sabres out of bounds to point for the Yellow Jackets. They're in front 2-0. Beard flips it up with the right hand, jumping right-handed serve, played by the back row. Sent up to Velasco, he flips it over. Long will take it up to Reed, over to Junker on the right side. It's sent straight up into the air, now to Velasco, and he'll get Marian's first point of the evening, or of the afternoon rather, as he sends it out of bounds off of a Yellow Jacket for the kill. Velasco will serve it up for the Sabres. Right-handed attempt played by Reed, up to Long. He'll set it for Junker, and Junker hits it through a block out of bounds for the kill. That's a point. Steinitz is back for the Yellow Jackets. Reed will take a seat. Reed wearing the defensive specialist's jersey today, rocking the gold jersey with brown lettering and a white numerals. Chris Moll on serve. His short serve played up to the net. Long keeps it alive. Now to Beard. Over to Devlin, and Devlin smokes it out of bounds. Point for the Sabres. They trail 3-2 here in the early going of the first set. Mark Ray is back for the Sabres and checking in, seeing his first action. A 6' sophomore outside hitter from Kalihi, Hawaii, number 26, Trent Gun Sun. The serve is received by Devlin, up to Long. Back row attack from Beard. It's blocked down for a point. What a play by Marian as Ray came up with the big block. Gu Sun sends over the serve. That's received by Beard. Up to Reed. Devlin's hit is blocked and put down for a Marian point. They take their first lead of the afternoon at 4-3. Serve is out of bounds. That'll even things up at 4. It didn't miss by much. Rensis Hayes is back for Marian. The serve reception goes all the way over the net and it's put down by Josh Steinitz for the Yellow Jacket point. Junker takes a deep breath, dribbles it out 3 times, spins it, dribbles once more, spins once more, fires it up with the right hand and sends it over. Velasco plays it up to the net. Big left-handed swing handled by the Yellow Jackets. Up to Devlin, and he puts it over. Junker has it hit off his shoulder, go over the net, but out of bounds. It's a point for Marian. Cam Mueller on the serve, and the left-handers. Serve is received by Reed. It's put down by Michael Beard for a Yellow Jacket point. Michael Devlin drops back to serve. He chops down at the ball 3 times with the right hand, gives it a spin, tosses it into the air, puts it over with the right hand. Big swing, but a block at the net, and it's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Steinitz comes up with the block. Devlin will stay on serve. Yellow Jackets lead at 7-5 here in the first set. It's played up to their setter, Miller, a big swing and hits off the net and drops on the Yellow Jacket side of the court inbounds from Derek Wills. That's a point for Marian. Checking into the game for the Yellow Jackets, a 5'10 freshman defensive specialist from Bothell, Washington, number 20, Aiden Kim. Wills on the serve. It's received by the Jackets. Junker hits it into the net, and that'll even things up at 7 apiece in this first set. Wills with a jumping right-hander played by Reed up to long, and Steinitz comes up with the finish. It's a Yellow Jacket point. Reed will check out. Chris Moll will check back in for BW. Josh Steinitz on the serve. Sends it straight up and puts it over the right hand. Back row attack, sent out of bounds by Cam Mueller. Point for the Yellow Jackets. Steinitz with the serve. It's received, sent up to Miller. Outside for Velasco. Beard digs it out. Up to Long, not a Junker, and he hits it through a block and down for the Yellow Jacket point. Yellow Jackets in this early going, hitting at a 250 clip. And now they're up to 308 after that last kill by Carson Junker. Steinitz still on serve. It's played up to Miller. Out of Velasco on the left side, and it's deflected out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. That's a point for the Sabres. Dante Apolfis, a 6'1 sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois, checks in, and he'll go on serve. Jumping right-hander played by Beard. Up to Long. Over to Mole on the tip, and it's handled by the Sabres. Velasco from the outside, and he hits it out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Mark Ray is back in. He'll replace Polfus. Brandon Long on the serve for the Yellow Jackets now. Jumping right-hander played by Velasco. Up to Miller, back to Velasco with the right-handed hit. It's handled by Reed. Up to Long, over to Beard, and Beard smokes it out of bounds. Point for the Sabres. They trail it 11-9 here in this first set. A.J. Miller on the serve. It's received by Beard, up to Long, over to Junker, and Junker rides the line. It was out of bounds, but a point was awarded to the Yellow Jackets based off of something that Marian had done. Coach Wills trying to get some clarification on that, and he'll get it. Kim checks out for the Yellow Jackets. Mole back in. Beard on the serve, and he sends it out of bounds. Velasco goes on serve for Marian. Jumping right-hand serve, received by Beard, up to Long, over to Devlin, and Devlin has it blocked down for a point. Orenitzis Hayes with the block in the point to bring the Sabres within one. Velasco on serve still. Jumping right-hander is an ace. Beard let it inexplicably fall right in front of him. Looked like a miscommunication along the back row between Beard and Reed, and that'll even things up at 12. Velasco has his serve received by Beard, up to Long, over to Devlin, and Devlin has it blocked down again for a point as Muller comes up with the point, and we have a timeout on the floor by the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Marian on a nice little run here, and they now lead it 13-12. While we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leader since 1893. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Out of the timeout, Long, Junker, Mole, Devlin, Beard, and Reed on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. On the floor for the Sabres, it's Wills, Muller, Orenitzis Hayes, A.J. Miller, Aaron Velasco, and Carzel Combs. Velasco stays on serve, with the Sabres leading the Yellow Jackets 13-12. Jumping right-hander played by Reed, up to Long, over to Devlin. It's blocked. It's kept alive by the Yellow Jackets. But a point is awarded to Marian after Devlin got called for hitting the ball twice consecutively. Velasco with the jumping right-hander. Played by Reed, up to Long, over to Junker. Junker hits it through a block. It's sent near Marian's bench. They'll put it over on a free ball. Mole digs it out, up to Long, over to Junker, and he puts it down for the Yellow Jacket point That brings BW to within one. They trail at 14-13 here in the first set. Chris Moll to serve it up for the Yellow Jackets. And it sails out of bounds. It's a point for the Sabres. Serve from Gu Sun is out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Junker's serve played up to Miller. Left-handed hit from Moeller is sent out of bounds off of the Yellow Jackets. Point for the Sabres. Serve from Moeller is a ace. It's a point for the Sabres. Muller's serve goes into the net. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. They trail 17-15 here in the first set. And they'll send Michael Devlin back to serve it up. And it's handled by Velasco. Up to Miller. Over to Wills. And it's put down for the Marian point. Wills on the serve. It's sent up to Long, over to Beard. Beard hits it through a block and out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. They trail by 2, 18-16. Josh Steinitz on the serve for the Yellow Jackets. He flips it up with the right hand, sends it over. It's played by Wills, up to Miller, over to Velasco. He has it blocked, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Marian. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Serve is received up to Velasco, and he hits it out of bounds off of Carson Junker. That's a point for the Sabres.
Point for the Sabres.
Dante Polfiz on the serve. And the right-hander sends it over. It's played by Beard, up to Long, back to Beard, and it's a block for a point for Marian. Polfiz on the serve. It's played by Kim, over to Junker. Now to Beard with the right hand. It's deflected out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. They're within 2. Brandon Long on the serve, and it's an ace. Velasco let it go over his head, thinking it was going out of bounds, and it landed right in the corner for a point. Long has a serve played by Velasco, up to Miller. Quick tip at the net. It's handled by the Yellow Jackets. Junker with a hit, and Junker absolutely crushed it out of bounds. They're going to say it was tipped, however. And that'll even things up at 20 here in this first set. Marian pretty vocal about their displeasure with the call, to no avail. And it'll stay on serve with Long in the Yellow Jackets. Velasco handles it up to Miller. Back to Velasco. He hits it through a block. Reed plays it up to Long. Over to Junker. And Junker has it deflected out of bounds for a Yellow Jacket point. And with that, Coach Wills has seen enough, and he will burn his first time out of the first set. In this break, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. The Yellow Jackets with a 21-20 lead in this first set as they lead Marian. Long will stay on serve out of the timeout. Kim, Beard, Junker, Reed return to the floor. And Colby Whiteside, a 6'4" freshman middle hitter from Powell, Olentangy Liberty High School, on for the Jackets. Ornitzis Hayes puts it down for the kill. And quickly, Chris Mole is back on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Marian goes back on serve with A.J. Miller serving it up. Even at 21, it's received by Kim up to Long, over to Junker. Velasco handles it after a block, up to Combs, back to Velasco. He tips it, Reed will dig it out. Up to Long, over to Beard. Beard puts it off of Combs. Now he'll send over a free ball. Beard handles it, up to Long, back to Beard. It's played again, this time by Wills on the back row, up to Miller. Tip at the net is dug out by a diving Reed. Junker with a tip, and it's dug out by the Sabres. Velasco with a big hit, but Beard is there for the block and a Yellow Jacket point. BW takes a 22-21 advantage here in this first set. Michael Devlin back in. Aiden Kim will check out. Beard with the right-handed serve. It's played by Wills into the net. Kept alive. Velasco sent over a free ball. Devlin will play it up to Long. Over to Junker. And Junker puts it out of bounds off of Combs. That's a point for the Yellow Jackets. And we have another timeout on the floor. This one by Marian. While we have this opportunity, we want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match against Marian is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Out of the timeout, it'll be Ornitzis Hayes, Muller, Velasco, Wills, Combs, and Miller on the floor for Marian. Junker, Mole, Devlin, Long, Reed, and Beard on the floor for the Yellow Jackets, and it'll be Beard who serves it up. Gives the ball a bounce with the right hand, now with the left, gives it a couple spins on the hip, tosses it up, and hits it into the net. Point for the Sabres. Aaron Velasco will serve, the Honolulu, Hawaii native. Sends it up with the right hand and sends it over with the right hand, and it goes out of bounds. It's side out, and that puts the Yellow Jackets on set point. Mole gives it 16 small dribbles before he tosses it up and sends it into the net. Yellow Jackets with back-to-back service errors, keeping the Sabres in it. It's 24-23 Yellow Jackets. BW stays on set point. Gu Sun will check in to serve it up for the Sabres. It's played by Beard. Up to Long. And Beard will send over a free ball after miscommunication. Velasco sends it right back over. Steinitz sets it up for Long. Now to Junker, and Junker's hit is blocked down for the set tying point. We're even at 24. And the Yellow Jackets will burn a timeout now. They've been outscored 3-1. They were on set point twice, had a chance to close things out, and were unable to do so. And with this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Trent Gu Sun stays on serve, I should say, for Marian. And his right-hander is played by Devlin. Up to Long, over to Junker. It's heading out of bounds, chased down by Gu Sun. It'll be sent over on a free ball by Wills. Reed will dig it out. Up to Long, now to Steinitz. And the freshman out of Towson, Maryland, puts it down on the court for a point. That puts the Yellow Jackets on set point, and it'll be Carson Junker who will serve.
Carson Junker serving.
He'll flip it up with the right hand. Get it over the net. Combs will send it out of bounds over the net, and that'll close out the first set. The Yellow Jackets with a 26-24 victory here in the first set. It's best of three. They need two more to close out this first match of the two-day BW Men's Volleyball Invitational. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll have second set action here for you from Ursprung Gymnasium inside the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. Hello everyone and welcome back to Ursprung Gymnasium inside the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, where we are in a match one of the BW Men's Volleyball Invitational. The Yellow Jackets winning a hotly contested first set, 26-24 over the Marian University Sabres. The Yellow Jackets will be going left to right in this second set, Marian right to left. Out of the in-between break, it's Combs, Muller, Wills, Velasco, Miller, and Ray on the floor for the Sabres. On the floor for the Yellow Jackets, Long, Reed, Devlin, Beard, Mole, and Junker. Brandon Long will be on serve to start this second set. And his jumping right-hander played by Velasco up to Miller, and it's sent into Marian's bench. Miller did not have much to work with after that serve reception, and the Yellow Jackets will get the first point of the second set. Long serve played by Velasco over to Combs, not a Wills, and Wills sends it out of bounds. Point for the Yellow Jackets. Brandon Long serves it over, and it is out of bounds. Side out for the Sabres. They trail it 2-1 here in this first set. Second set, excuse me. Trent Gooson on the serve. It's played by Beard up to Long. Back to Beard, and he smokes it down the line, and it deflects out of bounds off of Velasco for the Yellow Jacket point. Beard with the jumping right-hander, received by Velasco, tipped over the net, and down for the point by Miller. Velasco's reception was hugging the net, and Miller, instead of setting up a teammate or trying to set up a teammate, said, "I'll take this myself," and found a gap in the Yellow Jacket alignment. Miller serves it. It's hit out of bounds. Beard tries to, or rather, hit nearly out of bounds, but the Yellow Jackets keep it alive. Wills now smokes it over with the right hand. It's received by Beard, and it's sent right back over by the Sabres. Reed plays it up to Long, or rather Devlin, and Devlin has his shot blocked down for a point. That'll even things up at 3 apiece here in this second set. Miller on serve. It's received by Beard up to Long, over to Junker, and Junker hits it down for the Yellow Jacket point. They go in front 4-3. Mole will check out, and checking in for the Yellow Jackets, seeing his first action of the match, the 6'3" sophomore outside hitter from Mars, Pennsylvania, number 5, Carson Owens, and he will go on serve. Owens has it received by Combs, up to Miller, over to Wills. It's blocked down and deflected into the post that extends from the net, out of bounds off of Velasco. Point for the Yellow Jackets. Owens with the right-hander, played by Velasco over the net. It'll be tipped down by the Yellow Jackets and kept alive by Marian. Big left-handed swing and a point for Cam Muller as it goes out of bounds off of the Yellow Jackets. Chris Mole is back in. Carson Owens will check out for the Yellow Jackets. And check that Mole check out too as Peyton Reed goes back into the lineup. Derek Wills with the serve, and it crashes into the net. Point for the Yellow Jackets. Carson Junker on the serve. Right-hander is hit out of bounds. It didn't miss by much, but it was enough. And that gives Marian the point on the side out. Dante Polfus is back into the match, and he will serve. It's played by Beard, up to Long. Steinitz hits it into the net. And now leaving things up at 6 each here in set number 2. Polfus on serve, still for Marian. And it's played by Beard, up to Long, over to Junker, and it's deflected out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Michael Devlin will serve it up for the Yellow Jackets. And promptly send it into the net. That'll even things up at 7. Aiden Kim back into the game. Back into the match, rather, for the Yellow Jackets. Michael Devlin will take a seat. Muller with the serve, and it goes into the net. Point for the Yellow Jackets. So we're alternating service errors on consecutive points. Peyton Reed will check out. Chris Moll will check in for the Yellow Jackets. Steinitz on serve, and it's an ace. Marian let it go, and it hit the line for a Yellow Jacket point. Steinitz stays on serve. Flips it up with the right hand, and it's received by Wills. It's tipped over, and an infraction is called on the Yellow Jackets. That'll be a point for Marian. Velasco with the serve, received by Kim, up to Long, over to Junker, and it's blocked down for the set tying point for Marian. They even things up at 9 here in the second set, and Velasco will be on serve. It's received by Reed, up to Long, over to Mole, and Mole puts it down for the kill. Combs tried to dig it out, was unable to get underneath it. Brandon Long on the serve. Played by Velasco, up to Miller. Tip at the net, won't get over, and that's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Ray missed it. And the Yellow Jackets take a 2-point lead, 11-9 here in the second set. Long on serve, and it's an ace. Combs let it go, and it stayed in bounds. Hitting the line to give the Yellow Jackets a 3-point edge here in the second set. Long serve, played by Velasco, up to Miller, and it's hit down through a block for a point for Marian. Wills coming up with the big right-handed swing. Trent Gousson on to serve. And he puts it into the net for a Yellow Jacket point. Michael Beard will go on serve for the Yellow Jackets. Aiden Kim will check out. Michael Devlin checks back in. Beard has it carry him over the net, so Marian has to play it. It's sent over by Wills. Jackets play it over to Junker. He hits a roll shot. It's handled by Miller over to Velasco. Now Muller with the shot. Kept alive by the Yellow Jackets. Devlin with a big swing. Tip and a point at the net by Wills. Heads up play right there. Instead of letting the Yellow Jackets recover after setting Devlin up for the big swing, he just tipped it down himself for the Marian point. A.J. Miller serves it up. It's received by Devlin. Over to Long. Now to Junker. And Junker smokes it out of bounds. That'll bring Marian to within a point of the Yellow Jackets. Miller serves. It's received by Devlin. Up to Long. Over to Junker. Has it blocked. Wills coming up with the block to even things up at 13 in this second set. The Yellow Jackets not having much luck hitting around or through blocks this afternoon. Serve received by Devlin. It's rotated up to Junker, and just as I finish making my point, Junker proves me wrong, hits it through a block and down for a point to give the Yellow Jackets a 14-13 edge here in the second set. Carson Owens checks back in. Chris Moll will check out. Owens will go on serve. It's received by Velasco. Up to Miller, over to Wills. And it's in for a Marian point. Derek Wills will serve it up for Marian. And it's an ace. That's his first ace of the season. He came in with 4 service errors. He picks up the ace to give the Sabres a 15-14 lead here in the second set. It's received by Devlin. Over to Junker. Over to Beard. He sends it over on a free ball. Dug out by Gusan. Now over to Muller, and it's blocked by the Yellow Jackets. Deflected off of Muller out of bounds. Point for BW. That'll even things up at 15. Carson Junker will go on serve for the Yellow Jackets. And it is sent out of bounds. That's an ace for the Yellow Jackets. Junker's serve is received and set up for Ornitsis Hayes, and he sends it out of bounds as a Yellow Jacket point. And we have a timeout on the floor called by Coach Tyler Wills of Marian. And while we have this opportunity, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Out of the timeout, Wills, Dusan, Velasco, Miller, Muller, and Ornitzes Hayes on the floor for Marian. On the floor for the Yellow Jackets, Steinitz, Devlin, Long, Beard, Reed, and Junker, who stays on serve. And Junker sends it into the net to make this a 1-point set. Marian trails 17-16, and they will go on serve. Ray back in for Marian, as is Polfus, who will go on serve. Right-handed serve played by Beard, up to Long. Steinitz with a tip, and Steinitz with the point. Marian anticipated he was going to go up with a big swing. Seeing the block developing, he just placed it right over top with a tip, and Marian could not keep it alive. Michael Devlin will go on serve now for the Yellow Jackets, who lead at 18-16 in the second set. Received by Combs, up to Miller, over to Velasco, and he puts it down for the point. He may be 5'8", but the young man has a set of springs in his calves and can really elevate to put the ball down with some authority. Typically, you'll see outside hitters like some of his teammates at 6'3", 6'4", 6'1", 6 foot. Velasco knows what to do at 5'8". Devlin will put it down for the Yellow Jacket kill. Says, I see you, Aaron Velasco, and I've got one for you too. Puts it down and gives the Yellow Jackets a 19-17 lead here in the second set. Mole on for Reed. Steinitz on the serve. He flips it up, tips off the top of the net, played by Wills, up to Miller. Tip at the net is blocked down, and Marian can't get it over on the third hit. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. And with that, we have a timeout on the floor by the Marian Sabres. While we have this opportunity, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Out of the timeout, it'll be Junker, Beard, Mole, Long, Steinitz, and Kim on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Marian counters with Miller, Ray, Combs, Velasco, Muller, and Wills. Steinitz on serve. Flips it up and hits it over with the right hand. It's received by Wills, up to Miller, over to Velasco. He hits it off his back foot and sends it out of bounds. Point for the Yellow Jackets. Substitution as Miller checks out, checking in to see his first action today. 6'3" senior setter from Des Plaines, Illinois. Number 6, Nick Stash. Steinitz blasts the right-handed serve over. It's handled by Marian. Muller hits it off his back foot. It's played by the Jackets. Junker off his back foot, sends it out of bounds. That cuts the Yellow Jacket lead to 3. They lead it 21-18 here in the second set. Aaron Velasco will go on serve. He'll toss it up and hit it over with the right hand. Kim receives it up to Long, over to Junker, and Junker puts it out of bounds for the second consecutive time, giving Marian the point. Velasco stays on serve. And it's received by Kim. Up to Long. Mole has it blocked. It's kept alive by Long. Beard will send over a free ball. And it's set up for Wills. He tips it to the back row, and Kim cannot get there on the dive. It's a point for the Sabres. Velasco stays on serve with a chance to tie things up at 21 here in the second set. And he hits it into the net to give the Yellow Jackets a 2-point lead, 22-20. And Brandon Long will drop back to serve it up. Long's right-hander played by Velasco. Set up for Ray, and Ray puts it down for the Marian point. Arnitzis Hayes is back, as is Trent Gooson, who will go on serve. And jumping right-hander played by Kim, out of bounds. It's an ace. And that evens things up at 22 here in the second set. Trent Gooson remains on serve. Played by Kim, up to Long, over to Beard, and Beard puts it down with the right hand on the kill. Yellow Jackets take a 23-22 lead. Beard with the right hand serve, played by Velasco, out of bounds. Gooson with a dive, but he can't get to the ball, and that'll put the Yellow Jackets on set point. Michael Beard will serve with a chance to close out the second set. And he hits it into the net. Marian will go on serve. Yellow Jackets still with set point here. Nick Stash out of Des Plaines, Illinois, with his first serve of the match. It's played by Reed, up to Long, over to Junker, and Yellow Jackets thinking that was deflected. The officials say it was out of bounds, last touch by Junker. That'll even things up at 24. And the Yellow Jackets will burn a timeout. While we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics, Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893, Chuck Ratudo and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider, Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University, Marian's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics, Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow, and Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Stash stays on the serve. Even at 24, Reed receives it. Up to Long. Over to Devlin. Velasco digs it out. It's played over to Wills. It's blocked at the net. Devlin keeps it alive. Up to Long. Back row attack from Beard. Sun handles it over to Velasco. Will sends it over on a free ball. Beard up to Long. Mole will put it down for the Yellow Jacket point, and BW is back on set point. Carson Owens will check in for Chris Mole, and Owens will go on serve. Steinitz back for the Yellow Jackets as well, and he'll give Peyton Reed a break. Owens hits it into the net, and we're even at 25. Mole and Reed check back. And check that. Mole will stay out. Owens will check out, and Reed will be back on for the Yellow Jackets. Wills goes on serve for Marian. It's played by Beard up to Long, over to Junker, and Junker hits it off of Marian on a bounce. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. They lead at 26-25, and they can close things out here in the second set if they can score with Carson Junker on serve. A jumping right-hander played by Velasco. Big block at the net. And it falls on the Yellow Jacket side of the court. Orenitzes Hayes gets the point and evens things up at 26. Dante Polfus on for the serve for Marian. And it's received by Devlin. Up to Long, over to Steinitz. It's put out of bounds and into the stands here at Ursprung Gymnasium by Muller. He wound up with the left hand and nearly sent that ball to Middleburg Heights. The Yellow Jackets back on set point. And it's Michael Devlin who will serve it up with a chance to close things out. Wills receives it. He gets set up for Muller. It's blocked at the net. It's down for the set tying point. We're even at 27. Muller will go on serve for the Sabres. Aiden Kim back in for the Yellow Jackets. He'll replace Michael Devlin. Muller's serve crashes into the net. The Yellow Jackets back on set point. Josh Steinitz will serve. And we're even at 28 as Steinitz sends it into the net. Aaron Velasco will go on serve for Marian. Played by Kim, up to Long, over to Beard, and Beard puts it down for the Yellow Jacket point. 29-28, Yellow Jackets in front. Brandon Long will serve for the Yellow Jackets. It's played by Velasco, up toward the net, now to Wills. Wills hits it into a block, and the Yellow Jackets can't keep it alive. It's a point for Marian. That'll even things up at 29. Mark Ray to serve it up. Beard receives it up to Long. Mole quick with a finish at the net. That'll put BW in front 30-29. Michael Devlin back in. Kim will check out for the Yellow Jackets. Michael Beard will go on serve. And Beard puts it into the net. We are even at 30 here in this second set. that nobody has been able to pull away with yet. Yellow Jackets with 3 service errors late in this second set. That's preventing them from pulling away. Marian's had some trouble too. Have an officials conference as Wills is talking to the chair umpire. And one of the other officials is talking to someone at the scorer's table. Both Kyle Mars and Tyler Wills waiting for an explanation, not sure what's going on. Long conversation taking place. Down right in front of us, cannot hear what is being discussed. This is a big decision here. Could definitely affect who comes away with this second set win. Junker, Mole, Long, Reed, Devlin, and Beard on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Ornitzis, Hayes, Combs, Velasco, Stash, Muller, and Wills on the floor for Marian. And after a long conversation with the scorer's table, that official will jog over to the chair umpire, and we'll have more discussion.
Yeah. I know we just signed a deal. I need my advance on the next one too. Yeah. I need my job. Because I got a really big team, and they need some really big rings. They need some really nice things. Better be coming with no strings. Better be coming with no strings. We need some really nice things. We need some really big rings. I got a really big team. I got a really big team. They need some really big rings. They need some really nice things. Better be coming with no strings. Better be coming with no strings. We need some really nice things. We need some really big rings. I got a really big team.
Now the official will jog over to Wills and tell him what's going on. Mars has not been addressed yet by the officials. He's talking to the scorer's table now, trying to figure out what's going on. Wills having a pretty passionate discussion with the officials right there. I'm not sure he's buying what he's hearing. He's making his case for whatever his point is. The Yellow Jackets doing what they can to try and stay loose. Junker jumping around at the net, as is Chris Mole, while Beard and Reed and Devlin along the back row trying to keep their legs loose. It's been an extended break for both teams, and however the second set plays out, it'll be another extended break as they get 3 minutes in between sets. More conversation at the scorer's table. And more talking between the chair umpire and one of the other officials. While we have this break, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leader since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Michael Beard now trying to get an explanation from the chair umpire. And after talking with the Wills once again, now twice after conferring with the chair umpire, the floor official will continue talking with the chair umpire. This has been a very extended break. Wills trying to talk to the chair umpire to get some clarification, and it looks like serve is going to go over to the Yellow Jackets. A point has been taken off the board. It was 30-30. Now it's 30-29 Yellow Jackets. Kyle Mars getting an address from the officials. He's trying to explain what's going on. There's apparently a lot to explain. Because we're going on about 7 minutes in this delay here in the action. And now that scoreboard has been changed back to 30 all. Junker trying to keep himself loose, stretch out the arms a little bit. Some of his teammates hop around, try to keep their legs loose. We have some results from Court 2 of the BW Men's Volleyball Invitational, which is taking place inside the Lou Higgins Center Fieldhouse. Loris beat St. Norbert in the first match of the day. They won 3-0. 25-21 in the first, 25-18 in the second, and 25-13 in the third set. Once we do get back underway, Ornitzis Hayes, Stash, Wills, Trent Guson, Aaron Velasco, and Muller will be on the floor for Marian. Reed, Mole, Junker, Long, Beard, and Devlin on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. This delay for the conference between officials has gone on for over 10 minutes now. We've had a scoreboard change once and then back. We shall see what comes of this lengthy discussion here. The chair umpire has now left his stand and is marching over to the scorer's table. Another point adjustment has been made. The Yellow Jackets now credited with a 31-30 lead, and they will go on serve with a chance to finish out this second set that has not ended due to a 10-minute officials conference. Chris Moll will serve it up. Wait. Nope. Chris Moll will not serve it up. Steinitz will check out. Reed will check back in. And Michael Beard will be on serve to try and close out this second set. And it tips off the top of the net. It's played by Marian. Velasco sets up Wills. It's tipped at the net again. Long sets up Devlin, and Devlin has it deflected out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. That'll bring this second set to an end. BW closes it out 32-30. We're going to step aside for a break, and when we come back, we'll have third set action here from the Ursprung Gymnasium. Welcome back, everyone, to the Ursprung Gymnasium. We're just about set for third set action here between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and the Marian University Sabres. Got some clarification on what transpired at the end of that second set that led to a 10-minute delay, and basically what it amounted to was a serve out of rotation from Marian that was not caught until late in the second set, and that is why the Yellow Jackets were able to pull away and claim that second set. Marian will go on serve to start this third set. It'll be Velasco who serves it up. He's joined on the court by Combs, Muller, Stash, Orenitzis, Hayes, and Wills. The Yellow Jackets counter with Junker, Mole, Beard, Reed, who receives a serve long, who sets it up for Beard, and Beard with the hit. And Devlin's on the floor as well for the Yellow Jackets. He'll receive the dig, and then Junker with the finish at the net for the kill. Yellow Jackets in front 1-0. Michael Beard on serve for the Yellow Jackets. Jumping right-hander, received by Combs, up to Stash, over to Wills. Wills has his hit dug out by Reed, up to Long, now to Devlin. It's handled by Marian. Wills with the hit at the net, it's blocked, and a point will be awarded to the Yellow Jackets for an illegal hit on Marian. The Yellow Jackets now in front 3-0. Beard stays on serve. Received by Combs, up to Stash, over to Wills. His tip at the net goes out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Beard with the jumping right-hander, received by Combs, up to Stash. Orenitzis Hayes hits it down for the kill. Trent Guson on to serve. It's received by Devlin. Up to Long, over to Beard, and Beard hits it through a block and down for a point. Carson Owens will check in. Chris Mole will check out. Hayden Reed also checks out. Josh Steinitz in for the Yellow Jackets. Carson Owens will go on serve. It's played by Velasco, up to Stash, over to Wills. Wills hits it out of bounds off the post that extends from the net, and it's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Timeout on the floor by Marian. They trail 5-1 here in this third set, down 2-0. Well, we have this break in the action. I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Carson Owens on serve for the Yellow Jackets. The jumping right-hander played by Velasco, straight back. Combs keeps it alive, sends it up to Velasco. Free ball over, handled by Beard, up to Long. Now to Steinitz, and he hits it through a block. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Carson Owens with the jumping right-hander, sends it out of bounds. It's a point for the Sabres. Nick Stash will drop back to serve it up. Received by Devlin, up to Long. Steinitz puts it over on a free ball. Velasco handles it, up to Stash. Now to Muller with a big left-handed swing, and he hits it out of bounds for a Yellow Jacket point. Check that. The point went to Marian. The Yellow Jackets trying to get it back. They lead at 6-3 here in his third set. Wills with the hit. Reed will play it up to Devlin, and Devlin hits it out of bounds, but it's off of a deflection of Combs, and it's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Carson Junker on serve, and he puts it right into the net. That cuts the lead down to 4. Yellow Jackets in front, 7-4 here in his third set. Wills will serve it up, and it hits off the top of the net, handled by Devlin, up to Long. Steinitz with the right-handed swing and a kill for the Yellow Jackets. A big swing and a better result for the Yellow Jackets. Aiden Kim will come in, and he'll give Michael Devlin a break. Kim will go on serve. It's played by Wills, out of bounds. It's an ace for the Yellow Jackets as it heads down the tunnel here at the Ursprung Gymnasium. Kim stays on serve. Yellow Jackets in front, 9-4. It's received by Wills, up to Stash. Combs will send it over on a free ball. Junker receives it, up to Long. Steinitz puts it down for the point. Looked like it was going to go Marian's way, but it actually is ruled a kill for the Yellow Jackets, and Marian will burn a timeout. While we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of the Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Out of the timeout, Kim, Beard, Steinitz, Long, Junker, and Reed on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. On the floor for the Sabres, Stash, Velasco, Combs, Muller, Wills, and checking in to see his first action of the match. A 6-foot sophomore outside hitter out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, number 11, Isaac Dryfirst. Velasco with a hit, and Velasco with a kill for the Sabres. That cuts the deficit to 5. They trail the Yellow Jackets 10-5. Isaac Dryfirst on for his first serve of the match. It's received by Kim. Up to Long, over to Beard. He hits it through a block. Velasco backs it up, keeps it alive. Up to Stash, over to Muller. Muller, its shot is dug out by Junker. It's returned over the net by Beard. Now Velasco with a big swing and a kill for the Sabres. Dreyfus stays on serve. Trying to cut into a 4-point deficit. Kim receives it up to Long. Tip at the net, kept alive by Velasco. It'll be tipped back over the net. Now Long sets it up for Beard. Beard tips it. It's backed up by Stash. Over to Wills, not a Muller. Handled by Junker. Now set up for Steinitz. It's kept alive off the block from Beard. Beard sends it over. Smokes it to Wills. Muller puts it down, but it's dug out by a diving Kim with the right hand. Beard sends over a free ball. But the Yellow Jackets are ruled to have hit it twice with the same person consecutively. Point goes for Marian. That spoils one heck of an effort by Aiden Kim on the dive. Dreyfus stays on serve. It's received by Beard, up to Long, back to Beard. Blocked down by Muller for the point. Dreyfus stays on serve and sails it out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. They lead it 11-8. Chris Moll checks back in. Peyton Reed checks out. Steinitz on the serve. And it's played by Wills in the back row. Up to Stash, over to Velasco on the left side. It's kept alive by Kim. Up to Long, over to Junker. Roll shot handled by Combs. Up to Stash, over to Velasco. Again, dug out by Kim. Up to Long, over to Junker. Hits off the top of the net, kept alive by Muller. Stash sets up Velasco, third straight time. He goes with a soft shot. It's handled by Beard. Junker hits it off of Wills, out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets after the long rally. They lead it 12-8 in the third set. Steinitz stays on serve. It's received by Wills, up to Stash. Ornitzis Hayes sends it over. Sent right back at him. Muller with a big hit. It's dug out by Aiden Kim with a dive with the right hand. Beard sends it back over. Combs digs it out. Up to Velasco, and he puts it down for the point. Muller to serve it up for Marian. Quick tip at the net by Brandon Long, and it's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Long will go on serve. Long serve received by Velasco. He gets set up and puts it down with a soft touch for the kill. Aaron Velasco to serve. Jumping right-hander. Received by a diving Reed. Over to Junker. Aiden Kim will send over a free ball. Velasco receives it. Stash sets up Wills. It goes off a long back over the net. Wills again with a tip at the net. Kim will dig it out. Up to Long. Over to Beard. Beard smokes it out of bounds off of Combs. It's a Yellow Jacket point. Michael Devlin will check back in, and he'll relieve Aiden Kim, who gave the Yellow Jackets a lot of good defensive help early in this third set with incredible diving plays. Beard with the serve, received by Combs, up to Ornitzis Hayes, and the Yellow Jackets can't handle it. It's a point for Marian. Trent Gooson is on to serve. It's received by Devlin, up to Long, back to Devlin, hits it through a block. Muller keeps it alive, over to Velasco, over to Wills now. Junker handles it up to Long. Mole puts it in the back row. It's returned all the way over. Mole blasts it again, but it's kept alive by a diving Muller. Mole with a third hit, and Mole with the kill for the Yellow Jackets. Ornitzis Hayes comes back on the floor for Marian, all but very briefly before Combs checks back in. Reed will check out for the Yellow Jackets. Carson Owens checks back in for Chris Mole, and Owens will go on serve.
Carson Owens, serve.
The right-hander sends it over. Velasco receives it. It's set up for Wills. It's dug out by a diving Owens, but goes out of bounds before Brandon Long can track it down. Long had a long way to go, no pun intended, to try and get that ball. Was unable to do so. It's 15-12. Yellow Jackets in front by 3 here in this third set. BW up 2 sets to none. They won 26-24, 32-30 in the first 2 sets. Steinitz with a hit that's handled by Velasco. Gets set up for Wills. Reed will dig it out. Up to Long, over to Steinitz. He has it blocked, and it's down for a point. Muller puts it down. And Nick Stash will stay on serve. It's received by Devlin, out of bounds. It's an ace as Carson Junker dives but can't get there to keep it alive. And with that, the Yellow Jackets will burn their first of 2 timeouts here in the third set. And while we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leader since 1893. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Stash on serve for Marian. He's joined on the floor by Muller, Wills, Dryfirst, Combs, and Velasco. The Jackets counter with Devlin, who receives the serve. Long, Steinitz, who has his shot blocked. Junker, Reed, and Beard on the floor. We're even at 15 here in the third set. Beard receives the serve up to Long, over to Junker. Junker has his shot dug out by Velasco. It's sent over on a free ball. Beard up to Long, over to Steinitz with a tip at the net. It's sent right back over. The Jackets keep it alive. Devlin with a big swing. It's deflected out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Carson Junker on serve. Jumping right-hander right into the net. We're back to even at 16 each. Wills on the serve, and he crushes it into the net. Aiden Kim with the serve. It's received by Wills. Up to Stash, over to Velasco, and he smokes it out of bounds. But the officials say it was tipped by the Yellow Jackets. It's a point for Marian, and we're even at 17 each. Dante Pulfus on the serve. It's played by Reed. Up to Kim. Over to Beard with a roll shot. Gets it over the net. Stash sets it up for Velasco. He hits it off the pole that extends from the net. That's out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Chris Moll back in for BW. Peyton Reed will check out. Jackets in front, 18-17. Steinitz on serve. It's up to Stash, over to Velasco. He has it blocked, and it's down for a point. Chris Moll with the block for the Yellow Jackets. Steinitz stays on serve. It's received by Combs, up to Stash, over to Muller, hits it through a block. Kim will dig it out, up to Long, over to Beard with a roll shot. Velasco there to back it up, over to Stash. Muller with a absolutely crushing left-handed shot, and it sails out of bounds. Marian asked for a tip, and they did not receive that call. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Wills is livid with the officials. He is turning beet red as he is yelling at the official on the floor. He's looking at the chair umpire. And Wills has been awarded a yellow card. And his team is actually applauding that. They're glad that he's fighting for them, and they should be. Steinitz back on serve. Received by Combs, over to Stash, over to Velasco. He sends it down the line, and it's a point. That is a beautiful shot right there by Aaron Velasco. Muller with the left-handed serve. It hits the top of the net, and the Yellow Jackets can't keep it alive. It's a point for the Sabres. They're 1 point away from evening things up here in this third set. Muller with the left-handed serve, received by Reed. Up to Long, down to Beard, and Beard puts it down for the kill. Yellow Jackets in front by 2, 21-19. Brandon Long will go on serve. Velasco receives it. He'll get a setback and put it down for the point off a deflection. Velasco will now go on serve. He takes a deep breath, looks at the net, tosses it up, and he commits a foul. He stepped over the line, and he knew it right away. He shook his head in agreement with the official. Looked like his left foot was down on the line before he could get the ball over. Devlin back in. Kim will check out. Beard will rotate over and take the serve for the Yellow Jackets, who lead at 22-20. It's received by Velasco. Stash keeps it alive. Over to Muller. It's blocked at the net. Junker backs it up. Over to Long. Now to Devlin, and he hits it off of a block. It's out of bounds. It's a point for the Yellow Jackets. Beard hits it off the top of the net. Combs keeps it alive for Marian. Ornichis Hayes tips it over the net, and it's a point for the Sabres. Trent Gousson has checked back in, as has Isaac Dryfirst.
Trent
He's on serve, received by Devlin. Up to Long. Back row attack from Beard. Hits it through a block and down for the point. How to put the Yellow Jackets on match point. They lead it 24-21 here in the third set. Ornitzis Hayes back in for Trent Gusan. Carson Owens in. Peyton Reed will check out for the Yellow Jackets. Owens on the serve. Tosses it up, hits it with the right hand right into the net. And it's a point for the Sabres. Chris Mull and Peyton Reed check back in. Carson Owens will check out. Now Chris Mull will head back to the bench as well. Nick Stash will serve it up. It's received by Devlin. Up to Long. Over to Steinitz. He has it blocked down for a point. Drive first blocked that perfectly. Straight down for a point. And we have a timeout on the floor by the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets while we have this opportunity. I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's volleyball match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's match is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of BW Athletics and its student athletes. Out of the timeout, the Yellow Jackets send Reed, Beard, Devlin, Steinitz, Long, and Junker onto the floor. The Sabres counter with Muller, Wills, drive first, Combs, Velasco, and Stash, who serves it up. Junker with a tip at the net. Stash with a dive to keep it alive. Muller with a big swing. Beard handles it. Up to Long, over to Junker. Roll shot handled by Velasco. Up to Stash, over to Muller again. Beard digs it out. Up to Long, over to Junker. Junker puts it in the back corner. It's down for match point. The Yellow Jackets claim this in straight sets as they top Marian 26-24, 32-30, and 25-23 here in this third set. Taking a look at the final statistics for you. BW had 103 total attacks for 43 kills. They had 22 attack errors and finished with a .204 hitting percentage. Marian had 87 attacks, 33 kills, 19 attack errors, and a 161 hit percentage. BW had 42 assists to 31 for Marian. Service aces also went the way of the Yellow Jackets, 8-6. BW had 3 more service errors than Marian did, 16-13. Digs were just about even. Marian led the way, 35-34. Reception errors, Marian had 8. The Yellow Jackets had 6. Total blocks, Marian with nearly a 2-1 edge as they had 13 blocks to 7 for the Yellow Jackets. Neither team had a solo block. Marian finished with 26 block assists. The Yellow Jackets with 14. In blocking errors, the Yellow Jackets had 2. Marian had 1. Aaron Velasco led the way with 11 kills. Derek Wills had 9. Cam Muller finished with 5, as did Keanu Ornitzis Hayes. Mark Ray had 2, and A.J. Miller had 1. Velasco also led the way with 12, or rather, Wills led the way with 12.5 points. Velasco had 12. Muller finished with 10.5. Ornitzis Hayes had 8. Ray finished with 4. Dryfirst and Miller had 1.5 each. And Stash and Gusan finished with 1 each as well. Leading the way for the Yellow Jackets with 15 kills. Carson Junker, Michael Beard had 11. Josh Steinitz finished with 7. Chris Mull had 5. Michael Devlin had 4. Brandon Long had 1. Leading the way in points for the Yellow Jackets. Carson Junker had 18. Michael Beard had 12.5. Josh Steinitz had 9.5. Chris Mull had 7. Brandon Long finished with 5.5 to go along with 36 assists in the match, and Michael Devlin had 4.5 points, while Aiden Kim finished with 1. The Yellow Jackets will be in action later today. They host Hilbert College at 5 p.m. Before then, though, we'll be bringing you live action between Loris and Stevenson. Loris won their first match in straight sets earlier today against St. Norbert. We'll be back in approximately 30 minutes for the call of the Loris-Stevenson match. We'll be back right here on BWYellowJackets.com.